Yeah, we are back and we are live.
Yeah. It's your favorite mother show.
Let's go. Visionary value. The visionaries in the building. If you're a visionary, drop a like and drop a share. Drop in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. We got folks all over the world. Let's go. Worldwide.
Yeah, baby. Hey, top 25 Rumble creators for finance and crypto.
Woo!
Hey, that was fire. When you sent me that, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man, we were selected. They like what we're doing. So
hey, if you like what we doing, I love what we doing. Okay. And if you keep tuning in, then we have no other choice than to just keep dropping some podcasts on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. We appreciate that.
Let's go. Man, today we're not here for a long time. We are here for a good time.
Oh, it's always a good time on that. On our show.
It is. How's your week been, sir? Talk to me. What's been up
with
you?
Crazy. But nothing's too crazy to where I can't, reel it back in and do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And keep moving, keep surviving, keep thriving and jiving and staying alive, baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm gonna always be good no matter how bad shit get. It ain't nothing. But other than that, yeah, a lot of changes coming up in the near future for me.
You are the king of growth. Music. You are the king of growth, man. You know what I mean? King Remember that. You are the king of being able to grow out of any situation and turn that into a better situation. Is what you do your whole life.
Yeah, man. Some of us have no I feel like all of us have no option but to grow, right? But some of us just don't. And some of us understand and embrace it and actually go through that painful process, not knowing how it's gonna look, but you have to immerse yourself in it. Don't half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to change, if you want to make that change, go all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you fail, there's no problem. Just come back to it. You know what I'm saying? Starting over again is okay. Quitting is not. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, how you been?
I love that. One of my favorite Buddhist sayings is there are only two mistakes when on a journey. The first one is not beginning, and the second one is not finishing. That's it. If there's a journey, the only two mistakes is not starting and not finishing. I love that because, yeah, man, it's all a journey. You know what I mean? You get to a lovely point in life where you're like, oh, man, we're just here for the laughs. At the end of the day, no matter how much people want to put fear on you, stress, pop, 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 man, at the end of the day, no one gets out alive. You know what I mean? All you have is what you have. And more importantly, you focus on what you're leaving behind. What's your legacy going to be? When people say your name and you're no longer here, what do they say? Now, for me, half the people, I want them to be like, F that dude. You know what I mean? Know me by my enemy. Let's go. I'm not
Oh,
worried
I know there's
about
gonna
it.
be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people happy when I'm gone. But then you know what? I'd like to think there's gonna be a lot of people sad too.
Sad,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Oh
Maybe.
man, if the right people aren't happy when you're gone, you ain't done it right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Honestly, man. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Think about it. The most evil people in the world rejoice when Jesus was crucified. Of course they did. You know what I mean? Think about that. So, or the Buddha when they killed the Buddha. Very evil people were happy about that. They're supposed to be, bro, because we make moves. Because we are warriors for better, for folks. That's why we do what we do. People don't understand money is an asset. Money is a side product of success, as we showed last week. What we want people
Yes.
to do
Yes.
is have
Yes.
access to success,
If any
visionary
of y'all watched
value.
last week, I know some of y'all are up right now. Okay. All right. Because I know I made some money again 2 weeks in a row. And yeah, I mean,
You
one of
made
my
money this week.
portfolios,
Wait,
one of
wait.
my
You made money this
portfolios,
week.
one of my portfolios is down. But there's another one where I just try to trade with, and yeah, on that one, yeah. Overall, on that one, yeah. But hey, shit. A lot of us have more than one account. You know what I'm saying? If you're only in having one account, you hold a bunch of tech stocks and cryptos related stocks, and yeah, you're probably in the red. You're
Okay,
probably in the
so
red too.
where did you make money? Where did you? Can you talk to us about
Oh,
that? Or
just yeah. Just on the gold and silver trade again. It's
nice.
a, it's a, it's a rinse and repeat at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just the GDXU. Um, that's the gold play. It's a leveraged 3-time leverage, I believe. Yeah, GDXU and AGQ. Once again, I talked about them last week. Um, I also averaged down on my MSTR related ETF position. Um, and whew, I'm still underwater, but as Bitcoin comes back, so does that stock, MicroStrategy. Mm, I wish I'd stayed away from MicroStrategy back in November of 2024 when it was at all time highs. Anyways,
Well,
yeah.
man,
But
even
yeah,
the most
gold and
bearish,
silver.
yeah, man. Well, and even the most bearish people I know on Bitcoin are saying it's going to pump again. And
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
people that are like it.
yeah.
Okay, so to me, there's two camps of Bitcoin people: the bulls and the bears. Basically, when
Yeah.
you break it down. And
Just like
even
any.
once again, the most bearish people who've never believed in Bitcoin from the jump are like, oh, it's going to pump again. It's probably going to go to
Yeah.
250 before they pull the rug. And I'm like, well, then buy. Sure. Are you kidding? Right now? That's the time. If you
That's a long
believe,
way up.
and
Yeah.
that's bearish and bullish people, it's even a better outlook. So, yeah, man.
It's a cycle. It happens every 3 to 4 years, mostly like every four. But here's the thing: like it's been moving a little differently this time around, and so I don't think it's going to take that much longer for it to come back. It's definitely definitely down from like the 126. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But look at what it did though. The bottom right now was 60,000, right? And then the next day it shot right back to 71,000, up 11,000 in a day. What kind of asset does that? Like,
An asset that's deathly afraid of dropping
right.
below
And, and,
50
and, and
because
right off the bat, because of assets like that, this is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. We're just two average dudes that do some interesting shit that have that are just talking about what we're doing. Okay. We're commenting.
you may be
We're
average.
giving you
I'm
our
about
thoughts.
like a D plus. I'm a tiny bit below average, but it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, no. So again, your losses are your losses, your wins are your wins, right?
Yes.
Like I told you, I'm being very 100% transparent. One account, red. The other account, because it's trading. Trading. One account I'm buying and holding, right? And the other account I'm trading on. That's So it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are making money too. There's ways to make money on the way up, just as I mean on the way down, just as there are on the way up. People short stocks. I don't short stocks like that. I'm not going to talk about it, but I know about it, and obviously it's a thing. That's what suppresses prices on a lot of these dope companies or even these garbage companies. There's ETFs that are inverse. So just like I can buy an ETF when the stock goes up, so does the ETF at whatever price point, it can go down. You can buy an inverse ETF and you can make money on the stock going down instead of shorting the stock. It's a lot less complicated. Yeah, learn about it. There's ETFs where when the SPY is going up, you can buy in. There's ETFs when the SPY is going down, you can buy in and make money that way. It's called inverse ETFs. Look them up. So
And that's there's calls and there's puts, kind of to break
yeah,
that down.
that's options. You know what I'm saying? Options is
Yeah.
crazy. The losses are incredible, and so are the wins. You know what I'm saying? If you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
stay
absolutely.
away
And
from that. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, Ian, because I got a little breakdown here. We got a lot of clips today. I think it's important today because things are so crazy and so volatile. I think we should go back to basics a little bit while keeping the current wackiness in mind because the market is wacky. If you're trying to get in, if you're
Man,
thinking about getting in, it is crazy for those of us
let me
who
tell you how crazy it can get. I was just posting some shit yesterday. I said, God damn it, I hate this market. No, wait, what did I say? I said, I'm up 47% on a position I was down 37% on yesterday. I hate this market.
exactly. Yeah, right? But
I don't
there are
hate it, but I hate it. It's a
yeah,
love hate relationship. You know how it goes. Yeah.
it's tricky. And it's a
I'm
casino
just, I'm
style.
having a sense of humor with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you don't laugh when you're in the red, you're going to fucking go crazy.
Amen to
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
All right,
Yeah.
and this one is where smart money is moving in 2026. We'll check this quick one out. We'll talk about
Money is moving faster than ever.
where is there no volume? Oh, hold on. Oh, I did something. Give me a second here.
Yeah.
Man, I was all ready. I was all ready to go. I was all lathered up and ready to go. My bad.
Oh man, it happens. It happens. But yeah, like he was saying, money is moving faster than ever. Like, I mean, take the price of silver for years on end. It did nothing. Went a dollar or two here and there. Nothing big. Nothing major. Nobody thought it would ever move, right? And then all of a sudden, they started making parabolic moves this whole last year. Like, the fuck out of here. So
Well,
that's
and that's
money
the
being
yeah.
transferred.
Look at the
Hmm.
lifespan of crypto. It was practically a flat line with a little bump here and there, basically an Oklahoma road. You know what I mean? No hills, no big ups or downs, just, a little bump and then slowly up. And then all of a sudden people figured it out and boom, millionaires, all over
Yeah.
the place. So, all right, this is basically where smart money is moving in
Money
2026.
is moving faster than ever. And most people are investing in the wrong places. Let me show you where smart money is secretly going. First, AI explosion. Companies are
Yep.
spending billions building AI. Every tech revolution in history created massive wealth. Internet, smartphones, cloud. Now AI is next. Second, banks and financial systems. Here's something nobody talks about. Whenever money moves in the economy, banks usually profit first. Third, crypto truth. Crypto can make people rich fast,
Yep.
but it also destroys emotional investors even faster. The
Well,
biggest opportunities are never obvious. They're visible only to people paying attention. Follow if you want to understand where money is going next.
all right, I thought that was a good one, a basic one once again, talking about just kind of where money is going in 2026, kind of what to pay attention to. Yeah.
And to touch on the emotional investors and how it destroys them, it destroys them in the sense that, look, you capitulated the other day and you sold off, right? And then you saw what happened the very next day. I don't want to call you a Diaz, but
But
you're probably fucking mad at yourself right now, right? I mean, I get it. I get it. You're like, oh my God, what if it goes to zero? It's just going to keep dropping and keep dropping and keep dropping and keep dropping. And you just never know when it ends. I get it. If you need to get out, get out. But boy, you're gonna kick yourself in the ass later when it does an about face and just go right the fuck up again. Within a short span of time. So
Yep. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, man, because we got this guy right here. Check this one out. That he's talking about it. Boom and boom. And
that's
boom.
Graham. What's his name? Something Graham, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to
Graham.
watch him with Meet Kevin and Andre Jick. They had
Yeah. You know it. Yeah.
mhm.
And he's talking about don't panic buy or don't panic buy the dip. Sorry.
Market and cryptocurrency are the only markets I've ever seen where the price falls and people just lose their minds. Like from my perspective, unless you're planning to cash out and use the money in the next few months, what happens between now and a few years from now really makes no difference at all. Like you wouldn't go and panic if the price of an iPhone gets reduced down to $500. Even if you already own the iPhone, what you might do is go out and buy a new iPhone. You wouldn't go and like panic and be like, oh my God, I have to sell my current iPhone because now they're trading at $500. It doesn't happen. That's why I think if you own stocks, Bitcoin, gold, who cares if the price falls 30 to 50% if you're not planning to use the money anyway? Instead, you should just see it as it's a Black Friday sale. I'm able to get everything at a discount.
Yes. I bought a couple of $1,000 worth of stock this past week and a half.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Between last week, yeah. Within the last week and a half or so. Couple of thou, you know what I'm saying? You got to. What I've learned about myself is I only like buying when it's red. Like if I'm already in a position, right?
Yeah.
And even when it's, even when I buy into and start a position, I like to put it into something where I think it's going to come back from where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and I may be wrong. I am wrong, half the time, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? If I can get like a 70 or 80%, win rate, then shit, I'd be considered like, but no. But yeah, this is how it goes. Like he said 30 to 50%, and that just makes people go, wait, what? You
Wait,
mean
what?
the $1,000 I put in can turn into 500? Yeah, I don't know if this is for me. And if you're one of those people, stay away.
Yeah, if you're looking at it as spending money and not investment money, it's going to stress you out all day.
Because it's exactly like what I've said before. I said if you're not using that money right now, if you're not cashing out, if you are, and okay, so people that are cashing out with their 401ks, right? Everybody's like, oh, don't look at your 401ks. Oh my God, my 401ks. If you're not cashing out this very year or whatever year when the market's down, it's not going to really affect you in the long term. You know what I'm saying? When you're ready, chances are it'll be right back up and higher. You get what I'm saying? So just don't look at your portfolio right now, or don't look at your 401k. Same thing with this shit. Like if you're invested in something that you actually believe in. Now, if you're just invested because of the hype, that's the thing. This is something. Okay, I want you guys to understand. Don't invest in something that you don't really believe in, because when it starts dropping, you're not going to want to buy more of that stock, and you're not going to want to average down to get a better price, so that give yourself a chance to come back in the green when it goes higher. Okay, if it goes higher. If you're invested in the shit stock, it might never go back to where the fuck it was, but that's your own fucking doing. Okay, so understand what company, why you're investing, read the charts. You know what I'm saying? If you trading, whatever you're doing, if you're buying and holding, read the charts. Read into the assets that you're buying. Okay, there's like 6,000-7,000 of them on the stock market, and there's like thousands of crypto coins. Okay, be smart. That's it. Just do your research, and you won't get wrecked.
Absolutely. And yeah, with proper mindset.
Months ago, I would have loved to have bought at these prices. But now that the price is actually trading lower, oh no, I'm too scared. I can't do it.
Exactly.
Don't think that way. That's why I've never understood why some people are so fearful of the market falling, or they do everything they can to prevent losing money. It's a part of investing. As long as you're not buying into something like Altcoin, history has shown us time and time again
what I just said.
Everything works out long term for those that are patient.
Boom.
That's what I just fucking said. Look, he's a millionaire.
Yeah, and very successful at this game specifically. You know what I mean? Money is a measurement of success in this game.
He's a millionaire. I'm a future millionaire.
Yep.
There. You know what I mean? We all think the same. People, visionary, understand, learn, research. Be hungry for the knowledge too. They don't teach you this shit in school. They teach you how to play a flute.
And if you look, man, this is one thing I've started to realize. being a recovering news junkie, right? And I still am more than I'd like to be. But one thing I start to realize is, man, and I haven't put it all together yet. I will, but they have a vested interest in keeping you not a visionary, in
Dumb.
keeping you just worried about the 5 feet in front of your face and what's happening right now, that they're blasting that's happening right now, and pay attention. It's like, wait a minute.
They have a
We're gonna be
vested
here a
interest
year
in
from
keeping you
now.
dumb, bro.
Think about
Just
all
say
this
it.
stuff. Yeah, I get angry if I think back to 2 years about what was such a big deal to me. That means nothing. I'm like, all of that time and energy I could have spent on thinking about now 2 years ago, I was worried about something that means nothing to me now. Because that's how they want us. They want us so worried and focused on immediate that we don't think a year from now, 2 years from now. Why?
Right.
Because they're thinking that way and they don't want
Yup.
the competition.
Yep.
They don't want it.
Like for instance, the Epstein files. Everybody wanted the Epstein files. Where the fuck are the Epstein files? Stop trying to hide the Epstein files.
And when you go
Okay,
on,
so you got the Epstein files now, motherfuckers.
what's that
Ain't
do
it
for you?
mind-blowing?
What's that do
Every
for you?
goddamn conspiracy theorist out there was vindicated and proven to be 100,000% correct. Not 100,000, but 100,000% correct. Okay? Now go find some new conspiracy theories. Because the old ones just got proven to be correct. And
No,
real.
and
all the people that was hating and saying that they crazy.
but at the end of the day, what's that do for you? Honestly,
Nothing.
if you're a
Nothing.
man, really check it out. Does that make you a better husband, a better
Nothing.
father? Does that make you
No.
better running your business? Does that feed more people in your community? Does that make the roads you drive on better? No.
Now that the files are out, does it make it? Yeah, right. Exactly. So now what?
You know what I mean?
Are you guys entertained? I mean, what? Like, is it everything you ever wanted?
And
Like,
not
now
only
what?
that, but yeah, it doesn't change or move anybody's life unless your whole life is on Facebook caring about the
You know what's
files,
funny?
and then I just
People
feel
talk-
bad for you. Yeah.
Bro, people talking about Bitcoin crashed hard because they found out Epstein was Satoshi. Yikes.
That's hilarious. Bitcoin would
It
be on
might
shit.
be. It
Oh.
might be. But at this point, if you invested in the shit damn thing, like, what can you
That's
do?
that's hilarious, and not the case, but that's hilarious.
I mean, who
I
knows?
almost wish it.
Epstein is
Then we'd have so much
Thanos.
more control. So yeah,
Epstein is
the Thanos.
Thanos, bro. Epstein is Thanos. He's the all like everything that moves the world was apparently linked to him. And
This is what people haven't figured out yet about Epstein. Okay, and hang in there with me because I'm going to WWE this for you. Okay,
woo!
Epstein.
WWE, baby. Shout out to the Royal Rumble winners.
Epstein
They
is
going to
serving
Vegas.
the purpose that he is the Stone Cold. Okay, because Stone Cold was super over and a baby face to the fans, but a heel to the establishment. He was the first time that there was a baby face and a heel existing simultaneously with one guy. Because before, the good guys were the company guys, your Hulk Hogan's. Vince loved them. They were the stars of the WWE. Then you had your heels that we're going to tear the organization down. All of a sudden, you have a guy who says, I'm going to tear the organization down, but certain people love him. Now, no one's going to say they love Epstein, but one side hangs on every word. Release the files, Epstein. I need Epstein. I need what Epstein did. I need what he said. I need his secret notes he wrote to himself against the guy I hate who happens to be the president. I need everything about him. Now, all of these things he said about all of these other people all around the world and every single Democrat, including more things on Clinton, including pictures, not things that were tipped off anonymous tips in 2025, not those anonymous tip line things that everybody keeps posting going, this is true. Like, there's one about how Trump and Ted Turner were on a boat in Arkansas and made a woman eat her own baby or something. And people are posting it like it's legit. Now, go to find out it was an anonymous tip. And the only thing they know about this woman who made this anonymous tip is she also said she worked personally with Hillary Clinton to orchestrate the Oklahoma City bombing, and that she personally was the other one, that she knew and worked with Epstein, or knew that NASA's whole thing was a big conspiracy scam and that space was a scam. So this lady that said this about Trump also said these other two things. Yet no one's going, maybe the source should be questioned. They're just going, things we want to hear that confirm our bias. Let's go. You know what I mean? And so, but on the other side, it's the same thing with Clinton. And I'm just like, okay, when I can look at my internet and I see half of the people calling it the Clinton files, half of the people calling it the Trump files, half of the people hating Epstein going, enough already. You know what I mean? This is a hot.
That's what I'm at. I'm like,
me
bro.
too. And half of the people just hanging on every word. I need everything Epstein does. I need Epstein. And it's like the other, like, you know, a lady posted, I was like, okay, you can come against him here, but we have proof that Epstein was working with Democrats and was texting a lady during a congressional hearing who was a Democratic senator, telling her what to say during a Democratic Senate hearing with Michael Cohen, the key guy who got Trump all the quote unquote felonies he got, right? So clearly, and then Epstein texted her good job when she was done questioning this man. It's on C-SPAN. And then a dude comes in calling me a big piece of shit, and a liar, and an occult, and stupid. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying Trump is innocent. Dude, look this up. What are you talking about? You screwed yourself here. I'm screenshotting this because you're not going to apologize. You're going to delete it. And guess what? Guess what he did? He didn't apologize for being ignorant on this thing. He deleted it. Of course he did. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm on neither side. I'm saying both sides are being taken for a ride because there's nothing in these quote unquote files. No one's going to jail. No one's getting arrested. No justice is going to be served. This is just you people being taken for a ride, not caring about what they're really doing in finance.
But now it's confirmed who the real pedophiles are, right?
Is it?
And well, that's what they're saying, right? All the real pedophiles, right? The fact that they were trafficking, the adrenochrome thing, the Bill Gates stuff, the COVID stuff, all of that has been, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So
yeah,
there
and
we
it's like
are.
it's a million files, and once again, nobody does timelines. No one stops and goes, wait. When did this information come out? Because it's real easy over 25 years of a thing that's been nationally publicized to go something that came out in 2012 before the man was convicted is a very different piece of information than something that came out in 2024 after the man had been dead for years. They're very different pieces of information at that point. But no one does that. No one does any of that. So it's the same thing. You know who those people are? Those are the same people that take their $1,000 from their tax return, invest it into a shit coin and lose all their money and say the stock market is a big scam. It's the same people. If you don't take a little bit of time to look, sorry, man. Sorry. You got me fired up on a thing. My bad. And we weren't even supposed to talk a lot. I have a ton of clips.
And you know what? You don't know what you're gonna hear on the Visionary Value podcast.
I'm just look, man. Let us just make it. Let me make my statement very clear because people love to take pieces and parts. I believe that everybody mentioned in the Epstein files is probably a criminal of some sort. The extent of the criminality, the extent of what they did to who and where and when, I don't know. And I don't even think the Epstein files give us a clear picture of that. I also know that when the Democrats want you to not be paying attention to what they're doing, they bust out Epstein stuff in the New York Times, stuff that's been released in public for years, but it's the front page of their story. Why? Because they want you back to focus on that. I also know the Republicans do the same thing. It's the same story, different sides of one coin. It's when you know what I mean?
Remember this, bro. Not to cut you off, but left wing or right wing, they're birds of the same feather.
Same coin, exactly.
Go on.
And all Epstein is a hot potato they use to keep people fighting so they can make laws, take rights away, all of that behind your back because you're too busy on Facebook fighting with somebody else over a shit coin instead of looking at Bitcoin and how you can invest wisely and diversify. You're not paying attention to what's really going on in your communities in your life because you're fighting with somebody over something that will not matter in the long run. So that's how I feel about it at the end of the day. You name the person you hate, and if they're in the Epstein files, yeah, they probably committed a crime. Love them or hate them. I don't know who or what. Period. The end. And neither do you. The end. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. You know, I go to sleep every night the same way. regardless of whether the files were out or not. I ain't losing no, you know what I'm saying? So why
Yeah.
should anybody else?
Who's
You get what
putting
I'm
money in
saying?
my pocket? Who in those
Right.
files is putting? You know what? If somebody in those files was paying me for something, I might be worried about it. You know?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Like I said the other day, and you mentioned it, right? Stop worrying about politics and worry about
about y'all,
politics.
you said it. Yeah, man. That's a clip.
Yeah,
Ooh, I might just play that clip today. So, because that's a
there we
fire
go.
clip. You know what I mean? You're wise, man. You're a wise man. All right, we gonna check this out. Now, this gets a little deeper. This goes into personal finance. I wanted to break those other two clips down. Sorry about the side note, guys. Wanted to break those other two clips down about the right mindset, right? Those clips are about where money is going and the mindset you should have while investing in those things. Now, this talks about your money, the money you're bringing home, what some of the best things to do with that money. Check this out.
Your CPA probably told you 5 years to learn what I'm about to teach you. When you're a business owner, you have way more options than W-2 employees. But if you're paying yourself W-2, you're literally giving those options away. Your CPA probably told you pay yourself a small W-2 salary and take the rest as distributions. You see, it sounds smart, but every dollar that flows to you personally is still taxable income. That's why the wealthy don't pull income to themselves. They push it to their trust. Inside the trust, the income becomes
Or their stocks. Like they say, Elon Musk is worth $1 trillion. No. He has stock worth $1 trillion. His
Stock,
personal wealth is lower, like $1 billion, which is a lot to us. But when you're worth $1 trillion, $1 billion, that's like I'm worth $1 million, but I
he
only
has like
have
$100.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
$100, basically.
Same.
He's a billionaire that has $100. Yeah.
Bezos
Yep.
is that guy too. Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos on paper is not worth that much, but has the biggest money company in the world. Yeah. It's about your value. It's about the value.
spendable before it's taxable.
Yeah. Same thing with Netflix. Absolutely.
Spendable before it's taxable. That means you can buy what you already plan to just through the right structure. Don't W-2 yourself into poverty, drive the income through a trust, and take back control. Drop 7 year down below, and I will show you exactly how it works. It took me 5 years.
So if you have money, put it into a trust. Put it into a non-taxable trust that yields interest over time. And then you pay your bills from that trust that is actually bearing interest and it's making you money versus just pulling money from your paycheck and then putting it to your bills. That money goes into a trust. That trust bears interest. It is non-taxable versus your W-2 money, and you pay bills out of it. So not only are you making money by not paying taxes out of that trust, which is what, 10% to 20%, especially when you start getting capital gains and things like that. Not only that, but that trust bears interest. So you're making money two ways on money you've already earned. That would be less money if you did it a different way. Does that make sense how I said that? So
Yeah, I mean, sounds about right. I haven't set up one of these yet for myself, but it's something that I'm gonna do in the future. So yeah, absolutely, good stuff, man. The more educated you are in different ways to make money and set yourself up for the future, the better you're gonna do in life, man. I'm pissed at myself for wanting to get into it so late in the game. I feel, you know what I'm saying, which was about 5 years ago. Um, but start now before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways to make money. There's a lot of ways to build for your kids, build for your future, your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's a trust, whether you're gonna invest in like a 401k, a Roth or whatever, invest in something. That's why I always hashtag stuff like that. Invest in something. Okay. Do something for yourself rather than just see that little money in a checking or savings account, just sitting there collecting dust because you don't get nothing off of that. And the average savings account, what you get like 1%,
Yep.
the highest yielding is like what, 3-4%.
Exactly.
If you can find one of those. The S&P goes up an average of about what, 12 to 15% a year nowadays, right? So it's up about 15 or 16% right now as we talk. So think about it. You could sit there and collect 1%, or you could put that money in the S&P and watch it rise 15%, um, around there, 12, between 10 and 15% a year, every year.
Yep.
So yeah, be smart, learn how to
Absolutely.
make some money.
Learn how to and approach it with the right mindset. Approach it, with the right mindset. Understand that, if you're not willing to lose money, you're not willing to make money.
Yeah,
That's a big
yeah,
one there. So
yeah.
that's important.
If you're not okay with being down $1,000 when it's in the red, I don't think you deserve being up 10,000 when it's in the green. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. All
It's
right,
just
and
a price
here
you
is
pay.
in McDonald's, your favorite. I
My
know it's your
favorite.
favorite, bro. I know you love you some McDonald's, man. You are a
Oh yeah,
healthy.
because after this, I'm gonna go get me a double cheeseburger.
I
Like
can't
now,
keep you out of the drive-thru. I'm kidding. T-Qron is a very healthy man. Let's go. That's why I pulled this.
now I am. I
Yeah,
wasn't before.
and that's why I pulled this, man, because
And
this
and
is
it's yeah.
they're losing
And
money.
folks, it's okay to be unhealthy, and then want to change. Okay, but like I said earlier, like just stick with it. Okay. Anyways, back to what you were saying about McDonald's.
Yeah, I actually have a B team clip that I don't know if we're gonna get to, but it's about. They were saying pay attention to the Super Bowl commercials. It's all about health. Fast food
Oh, okay.
Fast food companies are losing their ass right now. A
Good.
lot of that has to do with beef prices and prices like that. But when it's as expensive to go to McDonald's as it is to make a trip through Whole Foods or
Yeah.
even the healthy section of your local grocery store or your healthy Walmart section where they
Yeah.
do have salads. They have grilled chicken salads in a little container
For like
you can buy
$5
for
and $6.
$6.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, man, $10 and you've got a legit healthy meal of chicken and veggies for dinner. And or you spend $18 at McDonald's for a Big Mac meal now. So it's like it's cheaper to eat healthy. And when that switch happened, all these fast food companies are losing their butt
Yeah,
on a
baby.
lot of this
Let's
stuff.
go.
So this is about
Yeah.
a reinvestment. And pay attention to Super Bowl commercials. They're all going to be healthy. I was
Okay.
watching a thing. They were
Let's
like,
go.
they're going to have like, the healthy greens and the balances of nature and
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
the
yeah.
pro
I love it.
testosterone supplements. Like it's changing. It
Ooh.
used to be
Pro
McDonald's and Coke.
testosterone supplements. Hey, let
Yeah.
me tell you, fellas. Let me tell you, fellas. I don't care what age you is. When you start working out, and you stay consistent with it. You start moving them weights, baby. That testosterone kicks in to overdrive. Okay,
Oh,
it should be illegal. It should be
we can
illegal being
tell, King.
42 and feeling like I'm 22. You dig what I'm saying? You heard what I said? I said I feel like I'm 22 being 42, baby. So that testosterone, yes, we need all of that, and we need
Touching.
all that healthy food. Okay, fuck all that processed shit, all that sugar, all that salt, all that fat that y'all have been consuming your whole lives. I consumed the same shit for like 38 years of it, right? Well, fuck all that. I ain't doing that no more. And hopefully more people will wake up. And not to say nothing about nobody's diet or whatever, but you know what you need to do to get healthy.
Can you
All
do me
right.
a favor though? I'm gonna break the third wall for a second. Okay. So we do clips. Everybody knows every internet podcast puts out clips. We put out clips. You do great clip work. But can you give me one clip where you're not cursing? Please? Just one. You know what I'm saying? I just want one clip where you're not dropping F-bombs. Because you do these amazing clips, but then they're so riddled full. I'm like, you understand when I put that up,
You know what you should do? You know what you
YouTube's
should do?
immediately gonna push it to the over 18. I'm like, can you give me
You know
just
what you
one?
should do?
No.
And I'm gonna it's gonna make it
No,
harder.
No, you know what you should do? More work when I just drop F-bombs. No, you should edit yourself so I don't have to do an hour's worth of extra work to try to figure out how to beep a F word on a
Oh my god. I'll try to work on that.
You know
I'll try
what?
to
You
work
should
on
do
that.
more work because I cuss. No, how about you say frickin'? All right? How about you like not drop an F-bomb for one clip? Okay.
Oh
Clearly,
my
you can go
god.
back to our clips and see I'm not afraid to drop the F-bomb clips. We have plenty. Okay.
See,
But help
this
me.
goes right back to the first
Help
episode where
me
I
help
asked you. Where this goes right back to the first episode where I asked you if it's okay to drop the
And it is, but
and
like,
you're like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's all
oh,
good. Do what you gotta do. You know what
you
I'm
know what
saying?
happened
So
since
I
the
get
first
it.
episode? I
I
don't know.
get it.
Somebody was in my inbox like, where's the clips? Where's the clips? We need the clips. Where's the clips? Right? And you know what? I'm like, word, let's do clips. And then I do the clips. Okay, come on.
That shit is funny. Yeah.
No, I love it. And like literally 3 times this show in the last 30 minutes, I've seen you. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a hot one. And then it's fuck this and fuck. dog.
Hey, that's why they love T-Qron, baby, because I say that I say what's on my
No, I
mind.
don't
You know what
mind.
I'm
I'm
saying?
just saying when you
No,
drop clips in
I
the
know. I will.
algo,
I
if
will.
they pick those words up,
We gonna
they're like,
work on
"Oh,
that.
that goes over here," and I'm like,
We
"We're
gonna
talking
we gonna work
money."
on that.
No, I don't mind. I love them. I just, I'm like,
You see, this is all about the growth. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
see this, my people, in real time. We get in life. You get feedback from real people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you take it, sometimes you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to act upon it. So we're gonna make it a point to try to act
Hey, I'm
upon
just
it.
asking. You do you, baby. I'm just.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody out there, if you if you're not with it, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Oh, we
me.
don't mind. Hey, look,
Yeah.
we say fuck, shit, hell, damn,
Yeah,
ass,
yeah, yeah. But
dick,
for the sake of the
pussy
clips,
on this
I
show.
get it. Like if it's fire and then you just drop one of those, it definitely the owl goes. Yeah, I get it.
I'm like,
Totally
I want
understand.
people to see you, baby. But I love it. I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I gotta be laughing. I'm laughing over here. But back to
Oh,
your
me
favorite,
too, man. I find it hilarious. Yeah.
back to your favorite restaurant. They are
Yeah. What they
investing
doing?
100 million. Watch this.
McDonald's will invest over $100 million to recover from last month's E. coli outbreak linked to
Oh,
its slivered onions. Of this,
Dang.
$65 million will support affected franchises, especially in the hardest hit states, while $35 million will fund marketing efforts to drive traffic. The company plans local recovery programs for impacted areas. Despite initial sales drops after the CDC's announcement, McDonald's doesn't expect lasting effects on its business, CNBC has reported. The quarter pounder with slivered onions has returned to menus nationwide,
well,
and
sure.
the CDC now reports 104 cases with 37 hospitalizations and one death, though no ongoing food safety concerns are identified.
Although no ongoing food safety concerns are identified. It's McDonald's. It's always a concern for safety when you eat there. You know what I mean?
I wonder how many bodies in the grave McDonald's is responsible for.
You know what I figured out, man? And this is, I might have mentioned this before, but I think I figured it out, man. I think I've told you this. I've been speaking of conspiracy theories. Okay, so you've seen a lot of graves, right? You ever seen any new graveyards being built? No, never. I've never seen like coming soon, Shady Homes new graveyard, right? Like you never see that. Shady Pines resting spot for dead folk. You never
Do they
see that
have
anywhere, right?
advertisement like that,
Yeah.
announcing things
No,
like
I mean like
that?
when you drive
No.
by like a construction site and there's like coming soon
Oh,
here kind
yeah.
of thing. You never see that.
Fair enough,
And it's like,
right?
okay, but there's more people and more people keep dying. Where are they putting them all? Let me
Right.
explain this one to you. The McRib is only for a limited time.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
The McRib is people. The McRib is people.
Wow. Yeah.
Think
That
about it.
that might be the most far-fetched
No.
conspiracy ever
Hey,
on this
man.
podcast at least, Mike. Come on.
Hey, man. At one time,
Oh
two
my
dudes
god.
looked up in the sky at
Oh
the
my
moon,
god.
and one guy
Oh,
told the other guy, I'm going to go there. I'm going to get in. I'm going to find a way to get to that moon. And the other guy was like, no, man, that's far-fetched. We don't even fly. That's a bird thing. And the dude was like, no, I'm going to go to that moon. And now I'm telling you here and now, the McRib is people. For a limited time only. And look, every time you hear somebody talk about eating a human, they're like, the meat was sweet, right? The McRib is sweet meat. Think about it, dude. What is the McRib made of? You don't know. I do.
and now we've officially touched on cannibalism on the Visionary Valued podcast. Clip
I'm
that
not,
one, why don't
I'm
you?
not for
I
it.
didn't
I'm
swear on
trying
that
to,
one.
the McRib is people, man. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe
Don't
I
eat
should
the
swear so
McRib.
you can't clip that one.
Oh, I will.
F the McRib.
I'm just saying, be careful, man. So anyway, let's see here. We got our guy, and we got we got our guy. We got one more. I'm gonna check out here. This one was kind of inspiring, and this is the goal isn't to make millions. check this guy out, man. I like this.
The goal isn't millions. It's equanimity with or without them. Like, for example, right now, I'm so grateful for everything I have. But that doesn't mean that I don't want more. I want more money, yes. But I'm also okay with not having it as well. And that's what it means to have freedom from the mind. Rich traders, they still blow up because money haven't fixed their mind. They haven't become the person who is worthy of making this amount of money. So true freedom is really just being okay when you are winning and when you are losing. You're not trying to impose your will in the market. You're not trying to shift reality to expectations. You're just accepting reality for what it is. The goal isn't millions. It's
I thought you'd like that one, man. I thought that was right along with everything we were saying. And I love the word equanimity, because equanimity, you know, people push. I love equality, right? And I love equanimity, you know. And people push equity, but equity means that if somebody has less than you and they feel it's okay to take it from you, they can, to make things equal, right? Equanimity means understand that all things are equal already in existence. Whether you happen to be on the minus side of the equation or on the plus side, and in life you'll be on both sides. But
Yeah, man.
equanimity says you are okay with it no matter what it is. You are equal regardless of the
Yep.
situations around you. You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
love that. And
Money changes people or lack thereof. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
and true
yeah.
freedom is not being worried about it on that level. Like you always go back to, and this is kind of the emotional connection there. Freedom, and the best way to become the biggest trader is to not be connected to money as if it's a lifeblood, but be connected to it as if it's a tool in your toolbox. You know what I mean? Like it's your wrench, it's a screwdriver. It is a tool that allows you to do the job you're doing, which is trade. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It feels good to just be able to, afford anything when you want it. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, we all want more and more of that. But greed gets you killed, especially in the markets. You know what I'm saying? So be okay with what you got. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even if it's not a lot, and slowly stack or quickly stack, but make sure you stack.
Exactly. That is to make sure you stack. All right, and we
Mhm.
got this one because we talk so much about crypto. Once again, back to basics while keeping an eye on the crazy market. We got this one, and this is a one. You know, we dealt with kind of what you can do personally, what the market is doing, the mindset to have. Here's a little bit of a real simple, easy kind of how crypto works, basically. So if you're thinking about getting into it, you may understand a little better.
Only works when several things line up at the same time. You need pressure on the dollar, you need money to actually loosen, and you need volatility calming down. You remove one of those, and the returns begin to change pretty quickly. Crypto only works when several things line up
We'll watch it
at
one
the
more
same
time.
time. You need pressure on the dollar, you
Pressure on
need
the
money to
dollar.
actually loosen, and you need volatility calming down.
Now, as and that part of it, as volatility calms down, the market for crypto will rebound.
I mean, it already rebounded $11,000 the next day after it fell sharply to 60,000. So
So
there we go.
what you got to say about that right there? You know what I mean?
I mean, rest in peace to the panic sellers. That's what I have to say.
Absolutely.
Those
Absolutely.
shakeouts are meant for that purpose. It can't go any higher with the with paper hands. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it hurts to look at losses on paper, but that's just what it is. Once again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not a realized loss until you sell in the red. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on paper you lost it, but again, if you're not cashing it out, if you don't need that money right now, just let it ride or average down. Buy more of that. If you have faith in that stock, you have more shares at a smaller price, lower price rather. Um, and when it comes back to that price or higher, then you're in the green, bro. Cash out if you don't want to be with it no more. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people are in plays longer than they want, and eventually they cut their losses, which is fine too. Some people just don't want that stress. If you can afford to take the losses, you know what I'm saying? Go for it. Once again, none of this is financial advice. You know what I'm saying? Just learn how to win, and understand how to lose too, because that's part of the game. It really is. You're not gonna win 100% of the time.
It's just not an option. And in fact, it makes the wins more valuable. Here's our favorite guy. Here's our party animal, wild, high energy man doing work from his backyard. Our crypto guy, Dan, from Digital Asset News. You know, I tweeted him. I showed him the last, we roasted him a little bit, and it's a clip we did, man. And folks should check it out. You know, and I tweeted him that clip. He hadn't responded yet. I don't know why. I can't figure out why. But it was fun. It was nice. You know what I mean? We gave him a little love. Let's see here. Man, at Digital Asset News, one of the smartest, low-key guys, high energy, swimming pool background, because everybody does their office and high-level trading work in their backyard. And it's always sunny, always in December, wherever we are. So anyway, let's it's not a green screen.
It depends on where you're at.
I'm just
Hawaii and Vegas.
You're
And Florida. California doing well too.
All right, I just wanted to show that, man, because I sent it to him and he hasn't responded. I'm gonna keep tweeting at him till he's gonna come on our show. I gotta have this guy on our show, man. I feel bad because we roast him. So
and for the listeners out there, I don't know what Mike's obsession with this guy is. We have to maybe figure that out in the next episode.
No, it was not an obsession. Why are you saying obsession? I was like, okay, so this guy actually is really, really good.
Well, you play clips from him all the time, for one. You know what I'm saying? And then two,
he's the most solid because he says
he
it
starts
in the most
tweeting them, and then like, I'm just messing with you. It's funny.
Well, if you watch his channel, you see he has a ton of dudes on. One, he's consistent. He goes every day. He answers questions every day. If you watch him, he'll answer your questions. He has huge guys in the Bitcoin world on weekly. And he lays it out simply. Of all the dudes, I believe him because he talks the most real, the most honest about this. Like this guy.
He's got great information. Absolutely.
A lot of the Bitcoin guys you see are rich kids who never have to worry about money. And they do this because they have daddy's money and they play with it. I feel like this guy earned a paycheck. You know what I mean? And he got into crypto and now he does this, but he earned a paycheck. So anyway, it was obsession with. And we have our favorites. We have like 2 or 3 dudes. You're obsessed with the other dude. Look, man, this is your guy.
Hey, you play
this is your guy right here. You love this guy. You're like, send me his stuff.
He plays the clips. I have no control over that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was hurtful, but I'm okay. But I'm recovered, man.
I'm messing with you, bro.
You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna get Dan on, man. I like Dan. He's a good dude.
Is that what his name is? Dan what?
Roughly.
I don't know his actual name, but his channel is Digital Asset News, so I call him Dan. So
I've heard that one, Digital Asset News. Okay.
Yeah, this is his channel. So anyway, basically what he's doing here, and I thought it was very important because of the volatility, is he's giving us a bit of a history breakdown. Remember, things are volatile a lot of the time in crypto, and it doesn't mean you should panic or freak out. Going into this market, you need to have the right mindset. We keep coming back to it. And this is a history of the crypto. Good.
Month and a half to do that. And I've forgotten all about this because I was like, because when I was in the moment.
Because we have short-term memories in crypto. And he's talking about he had forgotten all about the history of the market. And I thought it was important we cover a little bit of that because we all have short-term memories in the market.
65%. It took roughly a month and a half to do that. And I've forgotten all about this because I was like, because when I was in the moment, I just go. And I thought back then I thought I was going to go to zero because I didn't really know. I hadn't even done my research about Bitcoin, but 65% in like 6-7 weeks. Can you imagine that? 65%. And then, of course, there's a rally. And it's like, hey, Rob, would you like to get out? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So no. And then it'll go down. Another rally. You want to get out, Rob? No. Okay, I'm going to punish you. You want to get out? No. And then it goes down 84%. So that's essentially where we go for 2017. So you see, the first one, you're down 50% in 20 days. Next one, you're down 65% in a month and a half. But let's go to 2021, which is where most of us remember. And again, we were down 77%, and it was awful. I mean, FTX, Voyager, Celsius, BlockFi, all that collapsed. Luna, 3 Arrows Capital, you name it, it happened. And guess how long it took to go from the high to the first 50% drop off? Well, November 9th to mid-January. So you had November, December, January. 2 months and about a week or so. Roughly 2 months. We'll go down 50%. That was brutal. I mean, not as bad as the last cycle. Probably why I stuck around. 65%. In like 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And here we are going down 50% in just a couple of months. And then, of course, it does the same thing. There's a rally. You want to get out? No. Okay, well, I'm going to drop. We're going down to 72%. And then from June until November, it was just a sideways chop of accumulation. That's pretty much where I made a good amount of gains because I lowered my cost basis and just was buying this whole time. Now, I did make a mistake. I think everybody knows this. I did this thing called micro DCing, which was dumb. And I should have just kept buying more and more and more. That's what I'm doing now. But who knows? People are saying that, hey, Rob, you need to wait for the 200-week moving average. Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm going to do what I need to do for this time. And when the 200-week and 250-week and even 300-week comes in, I've got a plan for that. So we have done all this. We've taken a look at it. 50% in like no time, 65% in like 4 or 5 weeks, then 50% in 2 months. Now here we are, 2025. The top was October 6th. It was roughly 126,000, somewhere around there. Correct me in the comments. And guess how long it took to drop to 50%? It took 4 months. October to November, November, December, December to January, January to February. To get down to 50%, it took double the amount of time that it took in any other bear market. And you can say, oh, well, Rob, that's not really, it's still awful, it's still brutal. Was it? There was a lot of opportunities to get out. I even did a video where I said, I would like you to get out. Because if you feel like this is too much for you, you should probably get out of this market. And this wasn't some I know somebody in the comments said, Rob is so condescending, he told us to get out. I was trying to tell you that this is the market speaking to you and saying, if you'd like to get out, here's your opportunity.
All right. Basically, I think we got the gist there. I thought this was such a great breakdown when I watched it of, if I'm a new investor and I'm thinking, and I believe the hype that Bitcoin is trash and Bitcoin is going to zero and it was all a big scam. And I believe that right now because I can see a million people telling me that on the internet, right? I can go back to somebody like this, an independent guy who has real, real blood on the table, real, real meat in the market. And this guy's going, hey guys, remember, we're actually doing better on this fall than we did the last time we fell like this. And it has to do with the stability and value of the coin itself. You need visionary value to be a wise investor in this stuff. So I thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like what I said. If it's not for you, you can't stand the heat, get the F out the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
There you go. See, I said the F. There we go. Already,
that's what
already
I'm
making
talking
progress.
about.
Already making progress.
I'm not saying don't ever cuss. I'm just saying give me like one rant where you don't cuss. Like just one. There's like one, okay, so you go on facetiously 5 rants an episode. That's cool, right? Like 5 really clippable moments. Like if facetiously, roughly, you have 5 really clippable, awesome moments. But if all of them are just like, F this and F that, I'm like, oh, give me one that's not that. Just one. 20%.
Just one. Just one.
And we just gonna keep rolling as we are rounding the corner to the end of the show here. We got to bring it on the homies. Boom. He's bullish right now on gold. And this is why I'm bullish on gold, basically. And I thought this was interesting. You experiencing some benefits and some gains recently in the market. In the precious metals market. I wanted to break this down, see your thoughts on this.
I say, man, I'm telling y'all right now, this is the perfect time to buy gold. I didn't say trade it. And the reason why I say it was the perfect day to buy gold is because here's what we do know. I don't care about no Kevin Walsh being a goddamn new Fed. Jerome don't lead to May, so he ain't coming into late May, June. Guess what? From now to then, that dollar gonna be under pressure. Cause bruh's still doing stuff. Trump's still doing stuff. We at war with countries. Things are still, I'm like, hey, They're like, yeah, the market is reacting to current. Man, the markets don't care about that dude, bro. It's other stuff happening. Man, you don't know what you talking about, Trap. I said, it's a perfect time. Man, you don't know nothing. That gold going to 400. It's going to 400. It's going to 375. And I told my Patreon this. I said, listen to me. When the market is red, the first thing you start doing is putting worst case scenarios in place. I'm more bullish on gold and silver simply because people gonna run to gold for money. Now, silver is attached to the other stuff that we do. I still like the silver trade, but I'm more bullish on the gold trade. Now, nobody don't want at me. Because the thing what I love about this market is one day don't mean you wrong. That can be a reflex action to something. And you gotta ask yourself every time, and I tell my Patreon this, before you sell, ask yourself this. 1, am I being emotional? 2, has the reason why I bought it changed?
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. What do you think? Yeah, bro, absolutely. It's about the emotional stability. I love the fact that gold is hot right now, and it's a hot topic, and people are bearish on gold. But then when somebody like the Wall Street Trapper comes in, you know what I mean? And he is, bullish on gold and not bearish, even with the volatility in the market. It is awesome. T-Qron,
And
what do you think?
I agree with him 100%. Like when it starts going down, stop being emotional. That's what I preach. Just like you said, has anything changed about the asset that you bought into? Has the reason changed? If nothing has changed and you believe in it, if you have the capital or if you have the extra money sitting on the side somewhere, that dry powder, so to speak, put it in and average down. Buy some more so that your cost goes down on the, the on the stock or the crypto that you're buying. And yeah, that's just how it works. That's how investing works.
Heck yeah, man. It's been a fire show today, sir. Just so you know, this is our last clip of the day. We always like to leave you with something inspirational because we here and all the visionaries from the Visionary Value, we believe there are more things and higher levels in play than just what you see and feel. And we believe there are spirits that move. And when you tap into God and the right things, right good things, and right things happen. So we always like to leave you with something positive, something thoughtful, something inspirational, just like the man T-Qron himself and all of our visionaries. Thank you for watching. Check this one out. Oh, well, let's put the volume on.
You are still happens when you get everything you prayed for, but then you are still unprepared. You chose this game because you said this game, this market, this the one that can change my life. I choose freedom. I choose financial freedom. I choose opportunity. I choose not to be a slave to the system. I choose not to be chastised by one paycheck. I'm willing to risk it all for it. In my mind, I'm like, yo, what happens when you make the decision to go for it, but you don't know what's out there? I don't know what quit look like because I know too many people that surrendered to the pressure. They was willing to play it safe. And that's what happens when you say, you know what? I'm gonna just go back, fam. I'm gonna go back. It ain't worth it. Man, I lost too much money, Trap. It ain't worth it. The Bitcoin keep going against me. It ain't worth. The day trade going against me. The option trade going against me. The swing trade going against me. The futures going against me. It ain't worth it. That's the equivalent to you saying, hey, this the route to freedom. And you like, it cost me too much. Imagine you being so dedicated to freedom that it don't even matter what happened. You still, until you put me in a casket, I'm going for it. Financial repercussions. Until you lay me to bed, I'm going for it.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps.
Get rich or die
That's what I
trying.
mean.
Get rich or
Yeah,
die
man.
trying. That's what it is. That's what I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Freedom to me is free, because that's what it is. People don't want rich so they can, imagine if nothing in your life changed, but you had a bigger number when you looked your bank account up online. When you looked on your phone, you logged into your little bank account and the number was way bigger, but nothing else changed in your life. Still had to be at your job, still had to deal with everything else. Wouldn't be worth it. What's the point? No, thank you. You know what I mean? I'll stay where I'll look for a better solution.
Absolutely. I mean, and for some people, You know, money can't buy happiness, but neither can being broke.
Ah, I will say, yeah, man, man, money has nothing to do with happiness. Yeah, I said it. Because I
Right.
know poor people. I know people that live in monasteries that have
Mm.
nothing officially to their name that are some of the most completed, happy people in the world. And I know
Mhm.
people that have so much money, I would I would burn everything I own to have their money. You know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, here's a pile of everything I've ever owned. I'll burn it all to have your money, you know? And they're miserable people. They're calling me. They're asking me, you know? And so money buys your freedom. And people equate freedom to happiness. And I promise you, if you are not free, you will not be happy. That freedom is what it's about. That life
Absolutely.
change, that
Being
move.
able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, baby. That's what it's all about. That's what we out here trying to achieve. And I hope y'all trying to achieve the same thing too. You gotta have some goals, some aspirations, some dreams. And if you don't have any of those, then why are you here?
What comes
Ask
first?
yourself.
What comes first in everything? What comes first?
Yep.
The vision.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
vision. If your mind isn't right, if your heart isn't right, then it doesn't matter. You're not going to make it. And
Yeah.
that's why it's visionary value. What is valuable in my vision of the future? What does value look like there? And that's what we're doing here is trying to get the mind right and take those little basic steps,
Yes,
man.
sir.
There you go. All right, T, we out. What do you want to tell the people, man? What do you want to leave the folks with today?
Oh man, just hit me up on the social media tip. You can hit the website t-qron.com. You know what I'm saying? Get you some merch, and the music will be up soon enough. Working everything out to drop some new projects this year. It's been a long time. I was out of the game for a minute, but we back in it. You know what I'm saying? Out for a minute, but back in it, and this time to win it. You dig? Hit me on the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikToks, T-Qron, just like you see on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm easy to find. Um, Talk to me, I talk back. You know what I'm saying? Catch us every Monday night on the Rumble, the YouTube, and God
Facebook.
willing, many more
We broke
outlets real
records.
soon. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Share the clips when you see it online. You know, share the live stream, tune in, leave a comment. Don't be shy. If you find some value in it, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know as well.
Heck yeah, man. We broke records, bro. We broke records on our Facebook stream last week. We have more people watching us on our Facebook stream than ever before. It was amazing, dude. We're doing those numbers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And we will see you next week. Remember, tune in tomorrow night for 3 T's with Pastor Tony and Power Sports Time. Same bat time, same bat channel, PT Pod. We are here all the time for you. We love you. We mean it, and we are out.
Oh boy!